What's next? I'd like to show off my 2002 Wilderness Systems Pungo. I believe it's 13 feet. 13 feet 2 inches if I remember correctly. It was the first Pungo that they produced. And this thing is 18 years old and I've used it consistently all 18 years. I bought it new, still wrapped up in plastic from Billington Sea Kayak in Plymouth, Massachusetts. They're still there. And really it is held up really solid. Of course this is just plastic, so it's held up pretty solid. The pad, this is all ripping and I could probably find a way of doing something to fix that. This part is still pretty solid. There was a couple of these pegs right here fell out, so it slips a little bit, but if I could probably fix that. This is really held up so well. If you look right here, you pull this up and the seat raises. Oops. And these straps right here, these move the seat back and forwards. Straps right here move the seat back and forth. But everything is still working fine. The seat goes up and down as it and foot pegs are right here. They work perfectly fine. One time I screwed in a handle, but that ended up rusting. It was a stupid idea because this had broken. So I got a new one and repaired it. And literally, there's a bag that came in here that I have since lost. So I never really used this. Of course, these have worn out. I can replace these at some point. But really, it has held up really solid. I mean, the bottom's still a little bit scratched up. But these plastic roto-molded kayaks really take a lot of stress. I have placed UV protectant on it every so often, so that might have helped. But in all honesty, this kayak is really held up nicely. And I placed my name and address on the kayak, so if in case it gets lost, I can call my wife. Although my wife has since changed her phone number. Mine's still the same. So if this kayak gets lost, I can always get contacted. I mounted a GoPro mount on it. So when you have a kayak, you only need a few things. One is you definitely need a safety vest. This safety vest has seen better days, but still functions. It's not ripped. If it's got rips and tears, I toss it. I'm probably going to get a new one at some point in the future. And of course the paddle. The paddles have seen better days. It's fiberglass. These are pipe protectors. When you put them in a house, you cover the pipes up, and then I covered it with sports tape. And that helps because this sometimes hurts, but if you have this, it gives it a little bit of cushion. It's cheap. You can get one of those is like 2 feet long for a couple of bucks. And of course you do need footwear. It kind of helps. And of course a sponge. Always bring a sponge with you because when you get water in the kayak, you can put it in and squeeze it out. But honestly, for an 18-year-old kayak, this is held up pretty good. Also, this is set to get to the dollar store, and this, I put my keys in it. It keeps it dry, it seals nicely, the keys fit in this perfectly. I put my cell phone in a Ziploc freezer plastic bag, but the keys would break through the bag. But this, for $1, solid, And of course, you're going to need sunscreen. Sunscreen's always good to have. And then a scrub brush just in case to get all some of the dirt off. But honestly, there's not much you need to go kayaking. And these things, this thing's lasted at least 18 years. It's probably going to last me a lot more. I love it. I use it a few times a month just to get out in the water, get some exercise. But that's just my idea of the Wilderness Systems 2002 Pungo, who's still going strong. What's next?